This is why I started an Alex Hormozi School community for business owners on the School platform. First off, really quick, my name is Israel. I am a CPA and I've been an accountant for over 6 years. I have a master's in both business and accounting. I also went to the best business school in Texas. All this to say, no, I'm not a business owner with a multi-million-dollar business, but none of that is important, and I'll explain why later. You guys already saw in the thumbnail and in the title of Alex Hormozi. If you clicked on this video, that means you already know who he is, so there's no reason for me to do a massive background on him. But there is a common misconception on him right now. A lot of people think he's only for like beginner entrepreneurs, or he's only on social media for people who haven't even started their first business yet. Like that is his main audience. But that is simply not true. His main audience, or his main avatar as he likes to call them, they are current business owners. They are people actually making $1 to $3 million a year in profit minimum. That is who he actually targets majority of his content towards. And these are the people he's targeting. That way it can help his portfolio company, acquisition.com. And all this relates to my mission with the Alex Hormozi School. And if you guys go to alexhormozischool.com, you can join right now. It is completely free. So my mission with the Alex Hormozi School community, so I want to get business owners who are making at least $10,000 a month. So that's $120,000 a year in revenue or more. And all of us get together and we use our expertise and our experience that already are aligned with Alex Hormozi's business concepts to grow our own businesses. Because let's be honest, guys, not all of us, like you see all these people in the crowd and everything, not all of us in our lifetime will be able to directly and individually ask Alex Hormozi our most important business questions. So I thought to myself, what will be the next best thing to getting your cell phone and talking to Alex Hormozi directly? Well, it's just putting a bunch of us together, a bunch of business owners who already know who Alex Hormozi is, who've already consumed a lot of his content and have already applied his business teachings to our own businesses. Get all of us together. That way we can help each other grow our businesses. This is probably a terrible, terrible way to put it. But think of it like you can't talk to Jesus, but you have a chance to talk to one of his 12 disciples. We are the disciples. I'm not comparing Alex Hormozi to Jesus. Trust me, I would never do that. But what kind of community will this be? This will be an exclusive community to business owners only. This will be a private community, and I refuse to let this community be filled with a bunch of like high schoolers just trying to sell their drop shipping courses, whatever. Trust me, none of that will happen. I'll make sure of it. So if you're wondering, okay, where's the community as it is right now? As it is the moment I've dropped this video. So right now we're actually currently at 160 members. Since I've even recorded this video, so we've already grown in the past like 2 days. And I'm going to be really honest with you guys, I've grown into that with little to no advertising, which is a terrible thing. I'm actually admitting a sin right now. And all of that changes now. I'm going to be marketing the hell out of this community, hopefully with your guys' help, and making sure it gets to the right people. Not the most amount of people, but it actually gets to the right person. So within the community, we're actually having some pretty good conversations going, although I'm still driving majority of them. Where I wanted to go is that you guys are posting your own questions and you guys are answering other people's questions, but that's down the line. Now, what do I want to happen in the future within this community? Ideally within 1 year. I have incredibly big aspirations, incredibly big goals for this community, and I'm gonna make it happen. So I'll go from the biggest, most ambitious goals down to the most realistic ones, and the biggest one that I cannot wait, and I can't wait to actually grow to the size where I'm actually able to afford this. Once we get to a big enough size, and once I'm actually charging for this group, I'm gonna have it to, if you guys have seen any of the videos where Alex Hormozi is like giving presentations, and all these people that you see are all different business owners. These are all people who have applied on acquisition.com to attend an acquisition.com workshop in Las Vegas, where they get to go in, they get to talk to Alex Hormozi and ask him questions, and he gets to do a presentation and whatever, you just take notes and all that. Granted, all of it's also online. But in the future, once this community gets big enough, I will have the top contributor or contributors as a prize. I'll have it to where if they apply to acquisition.com for one of these acquisition.com workshops and they get admitted, they get accepted, I will personally pay for your registration fees, your flights, and hotel, because I don't think Alex Hormozi pays for that at all. I think you still have to pay your way in. I got you covered. I will take care of that if you end up being one of the top contributors, and I'll get more into details once this becomes more of a reality. But I cannot wait for this to be like my big kahuna, my really big goal, my really big prize for you guys. I would love you guys to go meet Alex Hormozi directly. I would love you guys to go talk to him directly and ask him any questions you want. And as a disclaimer, I haven't said it yet, but I know I call my community the Alex Hormozi School. I'm still not associated or affiliated at all with Alex Hormozi, Layla Hormozi, or Acquisition.com. I'm just here to help out his mission. Of course, in the future, I would love to meet Alex Hormozi directly. And of course, I will tell him about this community, and we'll see what we can work out in the future. But as of right now, he has no idea I exist. He has no idea this community exists. So I say that because, hypothetically, if you guys were to win whatever competition I have, and you were to apply to attend the workshop, and for some reason Alex Hormozi denies you, I can't do much about that. I can only go so as far to pay for you guys' registration fees if he accepts your application. Just wants to throw that out there. All right, so a step down from that, I intend to have like these weekly virtual meetings for different size businesses. This means multiple meetings a week, and depending on the size of your business will depend on which meeting you get to be in. What do I kind of mean by that? So this is kind of rough, but let's just say hypothetically I were to have so many different types of business owners within my community, all of them doing different figures a month. So I would like there to be one virtual meeting where there's people who are making $10,000 a month through $50,000 a month, and they're all in that one meeting. So most likely what would happen is a lot of people making the $50,000 a month, those will be kind of like the teachers of that meeting. They'll kind of be running the meeting, and everyone making less than them will kind of be like the students. All the people making $10,000 a month will essentially be asking, hey man, how do I scale to $50,000 a month, right? But I can't leave the $50,000 a month people hanging. I need to put them to the next group. So if you're making $50,000 a month, but you want to learn how to scale to $100,000 a month, you get to be in that next virtual meeting, right? And then in that meeting, you'll have people who are making $100,000 a month helping out to people making $50,000 a month, so on and so forth. Now, I'm very ambitious, right? If I'm lucky enough to get people who are making $250,000 a month into my community, or making $500,000 a month into my community, most likely, if you're making that much money a month, you are an incredibly busy person. So most likely those people will only attend meetings if they're monthly, not weekly. So if you're at that size, if you're at that scale, we'll do this once a month, if even, right? But that's kind of what I have. That way, everyone has a chance to both be the student, and everyone has a chance to both be the master or the teacher, because we are all here to help each other grow, right? Sometimes you need the help, and sometimes you're actually able to help others. Now, I actually had this idea recently that I'm actually incredibly excited about, because Alex Hormozi's new book will be coming out within the next 6 months, which he doesn't even know that he kind of sneak previewed it. But it's actually called $100 Million Money Models. I had this great idea. Well, I'll have like a book club where essentially every week we all as a community, we run through one chapter of the book, whether it's $100 Million Money Models. But before we do that one, we're actually going to do a book club on $100 Million Leads, where essentially we all read one chapter per week. Ideally, you guys have already read the entire book. But we go through one chapter a week, and then we actually talk about how we use what was in that one specific chapter, how we applied all of what was in that chapter to our businesses to see what worked and what didn't. And we could be honest. We could say, hey, I read this chapter, I followed everything to a T, but it just didn't work. How about you guys? And if someone else was like, well, I followed it to a T and I got 50 times more leads, let's see what was different. Let's see what's the disconnect. So I think this is going to be really great, and I'm incredibly excited when $100 Million Money Models comes out. This book club has the chance to be the biggest value out of everything else in this entire community, honestly. Probably second to just posting your general questions, having people answer your questions. But when this $100 Million Money Models book comes out and we start going through it chapter by chapter, it's going to be, we're going to make so much freaking money, guys. It's going to be ridiculous. All right, so if you're wondering, well, how much does all this cost? As of right now, you can see it is free. If you're watching this video right now in the summer of 2024, this community as it is right now, it is free. I just want to get as many people in it as possible. That way we can grow to a healthy enough size, but it will not be free forever, because how else can I make this exclusive, right? So once this community actually starts working itself where I don't have to be as involved into it, that's when I'll start charging monthly. Now I'm letting you guys know right now that ideally I want this community to be so exclusive. That way only successful business owners and only successful entrepreneurs are in this community. community. No offense, I'm not trying to have a bunch of people who have never started a business or a bunch of people just wanting to learn, hey, how do I make money? Like, that's too generic. There are 1,000 other communities you could join for that. This is for people who are wanting to go from $10,000 a month to $100,000 a month, or $100,000 a month to $500,000 a month. This is like the luxury type of business community I want. And I don't feel bad because Alex Hormozi, his audience are people making $3 million a year in profit. And I'm just doing that on a smaller scale. So it is free now. And whenever I do pull the trigger, it will be $50 a month, which is not super expensive, but it's expensive enough to where if you're paying that monthly, you're gonna take it seriously, which is what I wanted. That's the price point I wanted to be at. I didn't want it to be so cheap that anyone could get it and it would just dilute the exclusivity. I don't even know if I should say this, but you know what? I don't want to be a guy with secrets, so I'll just tell you everything now. I have every intention of raising the prices from $50 all the way up to $250 a month. That is my goal. That is like my end price target. I really do want to get to the point where I can charge $250 a month and have that much value in this community. But that's like super long term from now. So don't worry about that. If you're able to get in this community right now for free, it will stay free for you forever. So get in now. Get in now before I even charge $50 a month. So right now we have 160 members. I don't even want to surpass 1,000 members, to be honest with you. I want this to be a super small, tight-knit community filled with just incredibly smart entrepreneurs just helping each other grow like crazy. So once again, if you're watching this video, please invite your friends right now into this community while it's free. It is alexhormozischool.com. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.